Hey y'all, it's Indigo here, coming at you with the final round of 3v3 Grand Arena. This is week 1 of season 8, and I am in the finals. As you can see from the score that my opponent put up, I've got like not a snowball's chance in hell of catching that. As y'all know, I'm not the world's most efficient player. I mean, that's as high of a score as I've ever gotten in my life, so I don't think I can top that. Additionally, my opponent does have both Galactic Legends, just like my previous 2 opponents of this week. I only do have Kylo, and you can see that he didn't set either of them out up in the front zone. So let me show you guys a quick look at the board here. Okay, let me go ahead and show you guys what he's got waiting up top. He's got a Mother Talzin-led Nightsister team, and then an Asajj team with Zombie, and then also Newt on there, and then Crew, Red, and Hux, and then Bastilla, Jolie, and Xeris. So plenty of protection, healing, kind of a timeout Jedi team there. So some beefy stuff to get through. Let's take a look at the bottom. Down south, he's got just a standard Grievous Droids team. He's got Bounty Hunters with Mando and Greef. And then he's got a Kira Nest, but with R2. And he's got a fast R2. I looked it up, 314 speed on there. So what would happen is R2 would go first, stealth everybody but Nest. It would be a mess. The first thing I'm going to do is take in my Supreme Leader Kylo Ren against his Grievous, because it works very well against Grievous. The way I look at this is, okay, he put up such a high score against me. I mean, that's super efficient. I don't know if I can be that efficient, for one, but the only way to do that is by soloing a bunch of shit. And the only way I can do that is if I start gambling and hope that, you know, he doesn't have a Galactic Legend in the back. And if he does, I'm screwed anyway. You know what I mean? There's no way I can be 24/70 efficient and kill a Galactic Legend. Those things are banner killers. If I use my Kylo to go against, say, his Rey, that is a 46 or 47 banner win if I win. So it's going to be ugly on banners regardless. So if I use it here against Grievous, I can at least get 55 and start myself off on the right foot. There you go, 55 banners in a solo. Use CLS against the bounty hunters. It really doesn't matter which bounty hunters you have, because CLS is going to power through these guys. Spend a lot of time, you know, analyzing it, and it's a little bit overpowered, but at the same time, you don't want things to go haywire, and then if I failed on the first battle, that's the match. One failure is it, and the match is over, you know. It's going to be hard enough trying to get within spitting distance of his score. And like I said, if there's a Galactic Legend in back, I'm screwed anyway. So let's just see how efficient I can be and how close I can get, and then I'll try and save something, you know, for the back and see what he's got back there. But until then, I'll try and clear these fronts as efficiently as I can. Got 54 there, going up against this Nest. So I chose to take in the Triumvirate trio. If y'all heard me say this before, Maitreya and Sion are both Relic 7. I think Nihilus is Relic 4 by now. So they should be fine. I knew once R2 did the stealth, I'd be able to use Sion's AoE to dispel all the buffs, the stealth and whatnot. So I'd be able to start targeting who I want. So I'm just going after Kira just because she's gear 11 and squishy. Get her out of the way, and that's one less character to deal with. Now I just have Nest and R2 left to deal with. So go ahead and take out R2. And meanwhile, I'm just building up my, you know, the cooldown reduction with Nihilus to get his Annihilate up. I got one more turn left to go. Thought about using the Drain Life. I didn't choose to use it there. I just did a basic. Check this out. So I'm working on R2. Got him down. Nest decides to hit Nihilus. Gets him all the way down to the yellow. But I got Annihilate up. So I was able to win. Thank God he didn't kill Nihilus, but I only got 50 banners. And lo and behold, You can see her now, ladies and gentlemen. Ultimate Ray waiting in back for me. So, yay. Bunch of other junk, like nothing too heavy, just leftovers and stuff back there. So, I don't know what I'm going to do to try. Actually, I know what I'm going to try. There's really only one team you could try. And usually you have to grind it down and get ready to suicide a bit first. But it's JKR, Gas, and Thrawn. So we'll try that, but let's go up top, start clearing these guys off, and see if, again, if I can even get close to his score to where it would matter, and see what I can do. So that's what we're going to do, is clear off this top zone, see if I can be as efficient as I can, and then save that battle for last. Because if I lost there, what good would watching the rest of the video be? So we're going to do all these other battles, see if I can get any kind of close and give myself a shot to take this thing. And let's see how this plays out. So the first team we're going to take out up top is the Nightsister team with Asajj, Zombie, and Newt. I was really curious to see how Newt would play out. And then as soon as I go into battle, I find out this is a real pain in the ass of a team. I can definitely see the merits of this team, especially with trying to run with this Padme, which is a decent Nightsister counter. But look at it here. Like, you constantly get stuck behind Zombie's taunt. And when Zombie's not taunting, you waste half your turns on dealing with extortion. You got to constantly pay that extortion so that you don't end up losing your buffs and getting the health damage. Got to pay it so you can build up those protection up, courage and whatnot. Got to be able to have my buffs and my protection up so I don't get debuffed. So that's what I'm trying to do. Can't build up enough courage to actually do some decent damage to zombies, so it takes a couple hits every time to get rid of Zombie, and every time that she taunts, that means I'm not able to focus on, Asajj. Like, you can see I got Asajj down in the red. She tried to go use her heal, and that's another thing. She constantly will heal, and that'll dispel all your buffs. So that's even more annoying. You can't keep protection up on there long enough. See, I got Padme's heal, so I use that. But every time you use that, it's like, without having that extra supporting cast with like Shakti or Ahsoka, you just don't have a dispel to get around Zombie's taunt. You can definitely get stuck with this team. So I got rid of the taunt, going back after Asajj, and you can see each hit barely does any damage, and now Zombie's taunting again. So I'm stuck to go after Zombie again. You just gotta hope it's like things line up in time to be able to do enough damage. So that's what I'm trying to do. And it's always a decision about whether you want to use a move or pay extortion. So you can see half my moves are wasted on paying extortion. Now I can go after Asajj again. She's got the stuns. Luckily, the only thing that keeps this team relevant is Anakin's got that AoE. He got 1 kill on Asajj and 1 kill on Newt. So making some progress. But you have to kill him multiple times. Like, this is a really good team. Everybody's got multiple deaths. You have to kill Zombie any number of times and then kill the other ones at least 2 apiece. And then Asajj you'll have to kill a 3rd time. And then finally Zombies. So it's like you got your work cut out for you. And if you keep getting stuck behind taunt, it makes it that much harder. So again, I'm going after Zombie because I had to get rid of the taunt. Now I got an open shot, so what do I want to do? I put up Retribution. Maybe I should have done an attack there. But again, got to go after Zombie. Get rid of the taunt by either killing Zombie or, doing something. So I was able to kill Zombie. Again, she went again, got taunt back up. You can see that time's winding down. I've got under 2 minutes left on the clock. And I still got to get some kills on Asajj. Got Padme's heal, which helps keep me in it. But again, without having like Ahsoka there as another character to constantly dispel, you really do get stuck. Thankfully, I've got Newt. Newt's over there in the red. So I'm just waiting on Anakin to be able to get a hit in. And then I don't have to worry about extortion going around anymore. Once you can check that off the list, get rid of that extortion, then it's like, okay, I can focus on Asajj just whenever I get a hit in. So that's what I'm trying to do. Got some damage on Asajj, still got some extortion to get rid of, but I wanted to take that time. He had enough courage stacks to hit Asajj, so that's what I was able to do. Only got 51 banners, but got through it. Almost timed out. For the other Nightsister team, this one's much easier. I have Crew with Executioner and Watt, and those are the three you need to be able to take out a good Nightsister team and prevent the revives. They're the main three you would use if this was a 5v5 team. You got to put the tank tech on Crew so that he's got his taunt, and then put that weapons tech on Executioner. That way whoever he kills stays dead. So I went right after Talzin. You saw once I took her out, you know, she didn't come back. Even if they attack with basic, she's not going to come back. Now I just got to go after the other two. Going after Daka. And I just went ahead and killed her. You know, once she's gone, it really doesn't matter. As long as I can prevent Spirit from moving or doing anything, Daka's not going to come back. So I'm constantly trying to stun Spirit. Got her down the red. Missed because of the foresight, but there we go. Got her dead. And still got 54 banners. So I was pleased with that team. Now the next team I'm taking out is going to be his first order. It's always tough trying to decide how much power you want to spend on a first order team. If you've got a Relic Hux and a Relic Red Trooper, like a lot of us do that went for Kylo, they really do take a decent team to take out. Thankfully, I still got my Darth Revan team. So Darth Revan, but still a Fallen in HK. There's no sweat for them. Got 54 banners. And then I got Malik by himself. I figured I got to start soloing some shit, you know, to be able to get extra banners. Try and get as close as I can to that 2470 number and just see where I'm at. So here it is. This is that healing Jedi team. They start off with a bunch of extra protection because of Basti lead. And then Zaris is going to give the passive heals, and she's got her heal move. Jolie's got heals and a revive. This team can definitely be trouble if you don't have the right characters for the job here. Thankfully, Malik is kind of all those rolled up in one. Once he gets enough drains off, 3 drains, then he'll be able to put healing immunity down on his basic. So you just want to fire off those drains as quick as you can. And the first one I'm working on is Jolie. If I can get him out of there, I'm not going to have to worry about any revives and the extra heals. You know, Zaris is bad enough, but you don't want to spend all that time killing somebody just to have Jolie revive them. So I really want to get him gone. And the good thing about this is you get him down to just health, right there, drain life, the whole health bar is gone, and there he goes. Now I don't have to worry about any revives. It's just heals. So as long as I keep going after the same one, work on him, in this case it's Bastila, trying to take her out, and he's now got enough drain lives that when he does his basic, I can put the healing immunity down. Working on her protection now. Just got to keep tanking out the hits. She still does stun him sometimes, so you lose a turn, but those drain lives make it worthwhile when you can take away the whole health bar, no matter how much she has. As long as it's all health, that's it. So got rid of her. Now it's just Zaris, and it's a relic one. But again, those drain lives are where it's at. Keep using that. Use the stuns efficiently. Look at that. Got her down to just health now, and time for another drain. So there we go. 56 banners for that. Malik did his job. Got me to the back up top, and you see ships. Nothing too special. I mean, he's got the finalizer. I guess you don't see those too often. And he's got Houndstooth in there. But again, it's nothing that I've saved my negotiator. Nothing I'm going to struggle with. So we won't bother with that. I got 62 banners. Left off 1 reinforcement. Could have left off 2, but I just wasn't sure. But in any case, 62 banners for that fleet win. Now we go down to the bottom, and it's if I can beat these, these last squads efficiently and then still save enough to try that Ray squad, we'll give it a shot and see how that goes. This first week is going to be interesting seeing the counters that everybody used and what people are killing Galactic Legends with. So I'll be looking forward to the GAC histories on those. But for now, let's go down south and start taking out these lesser squads. They're not going to be too big of a problem. I already know what I'm going to use at this point because I know what I have to save. So I've got Nest for a solo, and I throw her against this tank team. It's 3 tanks, so they're going to bounce taunt back and forth, but she doesn't care about that. She's going to go after whoever, and she has enough damage that she's going to be able to start taking them out. Along with her counters, she'll do enough damage that she can knock out the tanks fairly quickly. So there went ST Han. You see I've got Baze and Zalbar left. There goes Baze. Now it's just Zalbar, and they can't really do anything to touch her. She does plenty of damage. This is exactly what I thought would happen, which is perfect. Again, got to be soloing some shit, trying to be efficient. 55 banners there. His resistance team, if you've got someone throwing in leftover resistance, whether it's Poe lead, Finn lead, whatever, unless they have crazy speed, your own JTR should outspeed it if you've got things down. I've got JTR with BB-8 and R2. My R2's pretty fast, so I open up with the AoE burn. That way you can proc some exposes and generate some turn meter. Once you do that, you're off to the races. Just start doing as much damage as you can. Get more exposes, which means more turn meter. And then use your stuns effectively. That's why I got R2, is because not only is he another droid that's going to boost the starting speed, he's also got a huge amount of control with those stuns that he has. So that's where I'm trying to use those and make sure that they don't even get to take a turn. I don't want Holdo to go get off in AoE days. I don't want his Poe to go and do his AoE. I'm just trying to keep them all from taking any turn, period. And that's what I was able to do using control. 54 banners, no problem there. This one did have me worried, but this was like kind of the best team that I had, with saving what I was going to save. So you have to save some good stuff to try to counter these Galactic Legends. And if it fails, you're up a creek because you're wasting parts from several good teams. So this is the best that I had left, was just my EP Vader, and I put Red Trooper in there. Figured he would do enough damage that hopefully he could kind of power through Kylo. He's really strong if you get him up to Relic 7 for the Supreme Leader Kylo event, and you're dealing with R7 crew and R7 OG Kylo. Takes a lot to take him out. You can see that he can do some heavy damage. He's the last man standing here. I'm just trying to take him out before I die. Thankfully, I got a stun in. So once he's stunned, I can lay down some debuffs. There's no way to heal up and help my banners out. So it's going to be an ugly win. Nothing I can do about it. 49 banners. At least it was a one-shot. So here we go. One squad left to deal with. I'm at 2185. For those of you keeping score at home, there's a 232 clear bonus for the zone. And you add all that up, that means I need only a perfect 54 banner win to beat him by 1 point. I would get 2471 to his 2470. So all I need to do now is figure out a way to get 54 banners on this last fight. I did save my JKR, Gas, and Thrawn, so gonna go ahead and throw that in. Unfortunately, I don't have the luxury to be able to sacrifice 30 points, which is what you're supposed to do. Send in characters one at a time so that Rey suicides herself down to low health. I can't afford to do that, so here we go. We'll just throw in JKR, Thrawn, and Gas, and see what happens. Also, unfortunately, for me anyway, it happens to be an Ultimate Rey. I think if it wasn't an Ultimate Rey, maybe this could work well. Like, as long as you can keep her under control with, with fracture and throwing protection back where it's needed. Once she goes in that ultimate stance, you're pretty much fucked. Like, there's no way around it. Nothing you can do. And it'd be a slim chance at a win at best. But here we go, just dogpiling Ray as best I can. Nothing to really do, trying to throw some armor shreds, just do any kind of damage I can to her. Trying to use direct focus, anything to increase cooldowns. And there she goes, into her ultimate stance. So, yeah, that's like the doomsday clock. Just whenever it gets done, ticking down, that's it. I've got everybody at full health protection as best I can. So maybe they can tank it out. See how it goes. Sometimes they can tank it out in a 5-man team. And no, they weren't able to tank it out. There went Gas, and there went Thrawn, and there went Revan. So that's why it doesn't work unless you get her to suicide, down to low health, and then you send them in for cleanup. So, yeah, that doesn't work. Unfortunately, I couldn't bag a win. Like I said, this is my third opponent this week, and we're in the finals, and all three have had double Galactic Legends, and this one played better than the previous ones, I'll tell you that. He definitely knew what he was doing and was very efficient going through my squads. I'll be anxious to look at the GAC history on that and see everything he used, because that was a really efficient score. So props to him for taking first place this week, and we'll see you guys, next week in week 2. Shout out to my buddy Mikayas. He runs a modding service. He'll go through, make sure you got the right squad compositions and the right mods on the right characters. Give your account a real nice tune-up. I'll put the link to his Discord in my description. Go ahead and check him out. Tell him Indigo sent you. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.